One.
Lessons Learned from the Failure of Ubuntu Touch by Bryan Lunduke. I shared this article on a Telegram group not too long ago, and I thought it would be great to, touch on some of the details that he highlights. I'm surprised, to be honest, he didn't take more shots uh, at Canonical, at Mark Shuttleworth, the project overall. He actually, I think he was pretty fair um, overall. But he mentioned with Ubuntu Touch was that it simply had goals that were far too aggressive to reasonably achieve. It suffered from the all too commonly malady of known in software development as feature creep. Um, Ubuntu Touch was not simply a project to bring an existing Ubuntu system to mobile hardware and add functionality specific to that hardware, such as phone, cell data, etc. The project also contained new desktop environment, brand new packaging, container system, brand new display server, new application store, new SDK, all new applications utilizing that SDK. In short, just about everything. Now, here's what gets kind of hairy. Um, People want a device, a Linux-based device, which Bryan Lunduke has often shared on multiple occasions on the show and in interviews that, man, if I can only get like a Linux device that X, Y, and Z. Unity came out in 2011, and the first phone came out not too long afterwards. Well, 2010, 2011 it came out, and that the phone came out not too long afterwards, and it was actually released um, with manufacturers producing it and selling it. I mean, that track record from it being on a desktop and integrating it on a mobile device, so that this whole idea of convergence can be realized, at least the beta version of convergence can be realized, is an incredible feat. And on one hand, people say, we want X, Y, and Z, and we want this, and we need to do that. We need apps, 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 apps. And on the other hand, they want to speak from the other side of their mouth and say, it's not stable, it's buggy, it crashes, they need to take their time with it. And I think that's the hard part about a lot of the criticism that, surrounds this whole project, is that people want their shit stable, but they want everything fast. And I think that's probably, if you really had to distill what brought this down, was they wanted to go fast and they wanted to go slow at the same time. And that just doesn't work. At the end of the day, like, in this, I'm working on a different project, and we just phrase, like, at the end of the day, you got to Elon Musk the shit out of it. Like, they had one car for so long, and they just tried to, like, perfect the technology behind that first and just dump millions of dollars into it until they got that one car working, and then it was like, even then it was a bumpy ride. When you Elon Musk the shit out of something, it's a long time. And I mean, what Mark Shuttleworth did is truly remarkable, and I still don't understand why he doesn't get the credit that he deserves on this. Like, even though it's no longer a thing now, well, other people forked it or they're picking up the project, but for him, it's no longer a thing for him anymore. It stinks, but what he has done is truly historical. Truly, truly, truly historical. So while, yeah, I agree to some extent that they were chasing too many things, it was like people were clamoring for it, people were asking for it, and if they didn't have it, they shat on it. So they tried to give what people wanted, and they try to work towards that, and then, they'll complain, oh, it's buggy, it's laggy, it's skipping steps, it's stuttering, and it's like, you got to pick one. You got to pick one. Slow and steady, or just keep pushing and bleeding edge, but but keep it in beta, keep framing it. Don't release a phone to a manufacturer. Then keep it a community based project. You had to pick one. You can't do both. So that's, I wish it was kind of like a little more balanced in that sense. This is a great plan for how to succeed with a mobile system. Pick a phone, tablet, something that's available everywhere, and get it to work really well there. Get it working. Support the device, hardware. Get it up and going. So it's just stable for the basics, and then that's it. That's 1.0. I think that's a smart idea. This part is, I think in 1.0 it should have some level of convergence, but it's okay if it doesn't. But yeah, I think this is a smart article overall. For someone who shits on Canonical and whatnot, I think he did a fair job on this article. Let me know. Do you think his plan is actually feasible? Because we got projects like UBports that I'm following and loosely engaged with. I financially back them, or I donate to them monthly. I want to see it win. They're supporting multiple devices, but they feel pretty solid that they're at a point of maturity of what they're doing, the porting, that they can do 3 devices plus the 3 to 5 devices that are their main devices, and then do legacy support for the other ones, which I think is noble, but not practical. But again, they'll know better than me. Cool. So check out this article. I don't know. I think it's a good plan moving forward, and I think it was a pretty spot on article from Bryan Lunduke.